Hey guys, welcome back to Dr. Narration, the best channel for cheating stories. Like and subscribe to the channel for more cheating stories like these. I, male 34, think my wife, female 32, is cheating on me. My job requires me to travel quite a bit. I am typically absent on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of every third week of the month. My children, ages 3 and 5, are cared for by my wife, who is a stay-at-home mother. We have a nanny who helps us out 4 days a week during the day so that my wife can run errands and go shopping without having to worry about our children. I discovered the truth about my wife's lies roughly half a year ago. Simply that she misled me by claiming that she was present somewhere when I already knew that she was not there. It irritated me, but not to the point where I was seriously concerned about anything. Then, about a week before the 4th of July, I came home early from my trip because I wanted to surprise her on the anniversary of the day that we had first met, which was the next day. I had also received a relatively sizable bonus 2 weeks earlier, and I was planning to surprise her with the trip that I had booked for us to go to Street Martin for a week to spend there. When I got home from the airport at 11:30 p.m., it was already late, and we had FaceTimed approximately 3 hours earlier so that I could see her and the children. Never once did she mention anything about going out on that particular evening. When I arrived at my house, the nanny was already there, and she informed me that my wife had left the house approximately an hour and a half earlier. I sent a text message to my wife asking what she was doing, and she responded by saying that she was getting ready to head to bed. I just got home, and you weren't here when I did, so that's why I found it funny. When she got home, she told me that she had just been out with 2 of her friends, whom she named, and that she didn't want me to be upset that she wasn't home with the kids. Normally, one of our parents would watch the kids at night, and we had never used a nanny before. I didn't really buy her excuse, but I didn't have any proof, and she wasn't admitting to anything either. The following day, I placed an order for a GPS tracker to be installed in her vehicle. I haven't discussed it with her yet. Since that time, I have found her to be the liar in more than one occasion, and I'm not even trying to trap her. She is just telling me that she is at a certain location, but I can see very clearly that she is not there. Should I confront her with what I did and ask her why she is lying to me, or should I hire a private investigator to find proof that she is cheating on me, if I suspect that she is? Update 1. As a result, I decided to hire a private investigator to keep an eye on my wife while I was gone on Tuesday. After following her to the grocery store, he claims to have witnessed her buying 2 Visa gift cards while she was there. It's possible that's how she's paying the nanny for the extra hours without writing her a check or giving her a credit card, according to what he told me. At 12:30 in the afternoon, she exited the house for the second time and proceeded to the same location that she had been visiting previously. He saw a black Mercedes SUV pull up, and she got into it after it stopped. He pursued the vehicle until it entered a community that was behind a gate, at which point he lost sight of its occupants. Because of the dark tint, he was unable to see the person operating the vehicle. He is licensed as a realtor, so he used it to gain entry. However, by the time he arrived at the house, they were already present inside. They had been there for approximately 3.5 hours at that point. After that, he observed both my wife and another lady leaving the house in the same vehicle, and he followed them back to the spot where my wife had parked her car. After that, she didn't come out of the house for the rest of the day. On Wednesday, she took the children shopping at a few different stores. That same evening around 9:15, she left, and she went to the same location as before. I had FaceTimed her and the kids around 8:30. She got together with the same women once more. This time, they decided to eat at a restaurant for a little over an hour before heading back to her house, where they stayed until 1:15 in the morning. She was driven to her house after being dropped off once more at her car. At least for this past week, there was no man involved, but she never mentioned to me that she had plans to go out to dinner or do anything else. I am completely at a loss for what to do at this point. The pie was pretty expensive. I'm not sure I want to hire him again. I'm undecided about whether or not I should challenge her or just make an effort to gather more information on my own. Update 2. Therefore, the previous several weeks have been challenging. During the time that I was out of town, I made sure that she was being followed by the pie. She always goes through the same routine. She meets the same person at the same location, and the same person always takes her up. On Wednesday, rather of eating at her place, they went out to dinner. When they arrived at the location where my wife parks, the private investigator captured a snapshot of the couple kissing and embracing each other. The kiss is not something that would merely be done between friends. This is the first piece of concrete evidence that I have obtained. Previously, I had only a strong suspicion. I arrived home a day earlier than planned and confronted her with the images only last night. I did not reveal to her how I obtained them or that I used a private investigator. I confronted her about her dishonest behavior and inquired about the length of time she had been engaging in it. She denied everything and said that they were just buddies, which is exactly the same thing. After that, she made an attempt to accuse me of watching her and violating her privacy by spying on her. Even after I showed her the images and caught her in the act of lying, she still tried to pin the blame on me. I have not yet moved forward with the divorce or anything else because I am still holding out hope that she will confess everything to me and speak the truth. Final update: because of the pie, I am now in possession of the woman's full name, age, and the address of the business where she is employed. She is not married, she does not have any friends who are married, and she does not have a Facebook account. She does not have any children. She does not provide any personally identifiable information, including her relationship status, recent posts, or likes on social media platforms. Additionally, he is unable to find any evidence of an Instagram or Twitter account. Now that he is aware of everything there is to know about me, I believe that our relationship has come to an end. Story 2. I honestly don't know what to do. My partner was texting an ex-girlfriend with whom he had a long-term relationship a few years ago. He deceived me about it for a long period of time, and when I discovered that he was messaging her, he told me that they would only talk sometimes after I confronted him about it. We argued back and forth about it for a while, but in the end, it brought us closer together. Nevertheless, I learned a week ago that it was more than that and that they were sexting. We haven't seen each other in a week since I truly don't know how I will feel when I see him, and I'm trying to prepare myself for anything may come. He acknowledges that he has issues and expresses a desire to consult with a counselor. We have been discussing it, and it has been going as smoothly as can be expected under the circumstances. Now we come to tonight. While he was live streaming, he and his pals were discussing a wedding that had taken place over the previous weekend. His stream was playing in the background, but the volume was turned down, so I wasn't really paying attention to it. After he got off, he didn't waste any time and contacted me right away. This is odd behavior for us. I responded, and after some time I learned that he had booked a hotel room for that particular evening. He asserts that there were other persons in the room with him, and that he went to sleep while the others remained awake and consumed alcohol. And did not reveal this information to me until I directly inquired about it. He says that when he woke up in the morning, she had just passed out there where he was sleeping. But what makes you think I should trust that? We were going through something, we were barely on speaking terms, and then you don't even open up to me until days later and tell me something happened? And why do I have the impression that I am still missing some information? As soon as he ended the feed, he also removed the video that was being broadcast. So shady. This makes me feel very ill to my stomach. I am completely at a loss on what to do. On the one hand, a part of me wants to hold off and see what the outcome of him going to treatment is. On the other hand, I feel like I need to physically throw up everywhere and run as far away from this man as possible. Some background information on our partnership. At least 15 years have passed since we first became acquainted. Have always had feelings for one another, but things never went farther than that since the timing was never right. Aside from all of this, he is an excellent boyfriend. Helps me out around the house, drives me places, pays attention and listens, is kind to my pets, and always manages to make me laugh. We had a wonderful connection before everything bad happened, and I'd be ecstatic if we could keep it going even after all that's happened. I am just at a loss. Any and all suggestions would be greatly appreciated. I wanted to ask those of you who stayed your opinions on how things turned out for you, which is why I wrote in this particular topic.